Hey, good afternoon, everyone. I am Nadia Jones, and this is the 90-Day Vision Transformation Challenge. I just want to put out a quick message because as we begin this new week, I want to make sure everybody stays on track. And so last week we got started, right? We wrote out our vision. We um, we uh, we wrote out our affirmation that aligns with our vision. And we went through the process of just really zeroing in on that affirmation and writing it down either 10 times, 10 or more times before bed, and then 10 or more times in the morning, whichever time of the day you decide to do it. And immediately after you do you write it down, I want you to say it as many times as you write it down so you can really start thinking, seeing, and feeling yourself doing that in your mind. Because remember, we have to get there first in our minds before we can get there in reality. And I hope everybody has really been doing that. It may feel weird in the very beginning, but as you continue to go on, as these weeks pass you by and the more affirmations you add to that list, you will see a change taking place on the inside of you, and it will begin to manifest itself physically. People will start seeing the changes and the differences in you, and you yourself will start seeing it. You may even start looking different because as you continue to write out affirmations and say these affirmations that align with your vision and how you see yourself, how God sees you, the the more different you'll become, like physically, your body, your face, everything will start changing because you're going through a transformation. You're becoming who God has called you to be. You've got becoming who God has created you to be, doing what God has called you to do. And as you continue on, y'all, that I promise you, you won't recognize yourself, but in a good way by the time this challenge is up. So we got through our first week. I want to make sure everybody, if it felt weird, like I said, I get it's gonna feel weird in the beginning, but keep going. So this week, everything that you did last week, you're gonna do the same thing again, and do it with more enthusiasm, do it with more excitement and feeling. Like really get into the moment when you're doing these affirmations, when you're every morning when you pull out your vision and you look at it. Everyone, read your vision, read who you read your vision every single morning. Do not let a day go past that you don't pull out your vision, read over it, and look at it, and get lost in your thoughts. You have to keep that vision near you, near your heart, near your mind, near you at all times, because I promise you, you can go a day without looking at your vision, a day without doing your, affirmations, reaffirming who God says you are. And in that one day, the amount of progress that you can lose, or the distance that you can create, let me say that, the distance that you can create between you and your vision and who God has created you to be is unbelievable. The amount of distance that you can create between you and your vision and God in one single day by simply just not doing it. People that have a goal, like the most successful people in this world, they keep what they have written down. They keep their vision near them at all times. They make vision boards. They it's so many things that they go through, and they do and they practice, and that explains why they are, as successful as they are. So, you know, please look at it every day. Don't go a day without it, because every day that you go without looking at your vision creates years of distance. Years. It creates more time that it will take for you to get to the person that you have written down on that paper, to get to the person that God has created you to be. You hit the ball, you hit the ground running hard each and every single day, and you if you can do these things more than one time a day, then power to you. You will get there faster. I mean, it's just a matter of becoming it in your mind first. So the more you reaffirm all of these things, and the closer you keep it to you, the faster you will get there, because you'll get there in your mind. You will get there, and you will become that person in your mind, and it has no choice but to manifest in reality. And everything that you're doing, your actions, will lead you to steps closer to your vision each and every day. So keep it near you. Do your affirmations. And this week, again, one goal a day. Come up with one goal a day that is going to put you closer to your vision. Do not skip a day of creating a goal and that is directly aligned to your vision. Don't miss a day in hitting those goals. Last week, it may have been a little hectic, you trying to get used to the idea and used to the process. But this week, you got some experience. You had some on-the-job training last week with all of this stuff. This week, you should have more knowledge, more experience. Hopefully you've come up with a schedule, a routine that that is going to work for you better this week than it did last week. You know the mistakes you made last week, so you know what you did last week that didn't work. So try something new this week, or try something that you know for a fact would work. Okay? So affirmations, you're looking at your vision every day. Your affirmations, I can't count. Looking at your vision every day, your affirmations, and setting a goal each and every day and committing to that goal. 3 things that you got to do, that you got to make sure you do each and every single day. Keep it up, and let me know down in the comments if you have started to see any changes, or if you're starting to feel different, or let me know if your vibration is elevating, because it should be. And if your vibration is not elevating, you're not doing it enough. You're not really truly committing to it, because there's no way you can speak so much life into yourself and not feel better. It's no way that it can happen. So if you're not feeling better, if you're not having any improvements and changes in your mindset already, then you need to do more. And again, I will put out more material and more things for you guys to physically be able to look at versus just my videos. I want to give y'all worksheets and stuff like that. All of that is to come. But until then, we got these videos, and my contact information is now up. So if you need help, you need assistance, you need consultations, or you want to do a one-on-one, just hit me up and let me know. Let me know what it is that you're looking for, and let me help you. We can work this thing out together and get you to becoming a better version of yourself. Now, after I've said all that, y'all, I want to say something about, like, when you do these things and you commit to them. For years, the last, I want to say 2-3 years, I have been doing this. And I also have a workout routine. I'm dedicated and committed to the gym. I'm dedicated and committed, first of all, to God. I'm more committed to God than I ever have been in my life, and I don't see myself going back. I can never go back, because I know how good He is. I've tasted the good of His fruit, so for me to go back would be, that's just ridiculous. So I can never go back to who I was. I'm committed to my affirmations. I'm committed to my vision. It's so many things that I have made commitments to. And because I've made these commitments, because I practice these things daily, my life is really transforming. And it took a while, but my vibration, my spirit, the light on the inside of me is bright, and I know it. I go anywhere I go, I have people drawn to me. And I have good people drawn to me and I have bad people drawn to me, but I have very high discernment and I listen to it now. I didn't listen back in the day, and therefore it got me in trouble. When you don't listen to, your gut, your intuition, especially those of you that really do have high levels of discernment, it always comes back to bite you. So listen to it. But my discernment now allows me to just weed out folks that I know that are not any good for me. But the people that are good for me and that are being drawn to me in my life, we're all meeting each other at the same level or higher. I'm not meeting anybody that is looking to latch on to me and drain me. I'm meeting people that want to connect and grow with me, help me grow, me help them grow, and we're pouring into each other. And I can't tell you how good that feels. It's a feeling that I don't want it to end. I want to continue to meet people that value me, that care for me, and that want to see me, thrive and be successful just as much as they want their own selves to be. And I feel the same way. I want everybody that I meet to thrive. I want everybody that I meet to be the best that they can be. I want nothing more than for everyone in this world to be, be the best version of themselves day in and day out, and to be happy. But it's not how life works. And there are so many people out there that get stuck in victimhood, and they see people like you and me, people that hold themselves accountable, people that choose to not play the blame game in life, but to accept the responsibility and to take their life into their own hands and change the narrative with their actions, with making better decisions, with making better choices, with doing things that help them, and not do things that set them back, not do things that put them in bad situations. Oh, that people that delay gratification, because yes, we can go out and get that temporary pleasure now, but we're looking at the long run. We're looking at the long run in our lives, and in the long run, we know that if we get that satisfaction right here, right now, it's going to hurt us in our future. Therefore, we're not going to do that. When you're around people that can discipline themselves in that way, you just grow. You grow in ways because it's inspiring. It's inspiring to look to your left and look to your right. This person is grinding hard, working hard for what they want in their life, and they're not out here, wasting time doing things that, hurt their futures and not help their futures. It's inspiring, and it motivates me to see people doing that. I motivate people that are looking at me, seeing me do the same thing that they're doing, grinding and going hard for what they want in life, and not out there just wasting time doing careless things that are not going to do anything for their futures. It motivates them. Get around people that motivate you like that. And the more you continue to do these affirmations, the more you continue to commit to yourself and discipline yourself and do these things to change your mindset, completely shift your mindset. That's what's eventually going to happen. Continue to renew your mind. These affirmations help renew your mind. If you don't believe in God, maybe you want to change your mind. Get into that word and continue to renew your mind with the word of God, because those scriptures are life. That is life to our bodies. We need more than just bread and meat, but we need the word of God. That's life. If you don't know, you should know. But you continue to do these things for yourself and commit and show up for yourself daily, you will draw in people that do the same thing for them. They show up for themselves and they commit to themselves and they commit to the call of God, the call. They commit to becoming who God created them to be, doing what God has called them to do. Do you know? Do you know that because of how committed they are to themselves, to showing up for themselves, to sacrificing and denying the flesh and serving God, do you know how great of a connection that they can be in your life and that you can be in their life? Because not only are they showing up and living a disciplined life in a world that has every pleasure at its fingertips, they are dependable. They can depend on themselves. And when you can depend on yourself, when you can depend on yourself to do what's right by you, you draw others that can depend on themselves and do right by themselves. And when y'all connect, you guys will be able to depend on each other and not be let down. You guys will be able to connect with people that carry themselves in similar or better ways that you do. They'll be dependable and they will show up for you. And they won't let you down. And if they do wrong, they will do their best to make it right. They'll apologize. They'll hold themselves accountable. When you connect with people like that, those types of people they can't bring you down, because that's not what they want to do. They don't want to bring themselves down. They want themselves to grow. So you connect with people like that, and that's automatic elevation in your life, because good connections are so important. Good connections are valuable. And we don't have enough good connections in this life. We don't have enough people in our lives that we can really call friends and depend on. And it takes time to decipher through all your friendships and all the people that you meet to label it a good connection or not. It does take time. Some with discernment, some folks right off the bat, a waste of time. Don't deal with them. But the really good ones do take time. But you see things in the beginning. They say about red flags. You see green flags in the beginning of these friendships. And it's very exciting when you see these green flags. It's like, man, I just want to dive into this friendship. But no, take your time. Take your time and really get to know these people. I mean, it's worth the wait. But when y'all do connect and you guys start just pouring into each other, getting to know each other, and start building each other up, I promise you, it'll be impossible for you to go back to just accepting anybody into your life. Once you start showing up for yourself in life and committing to you, committing to yourself, committing to God, it's like all the people that have been letting you down, who have never showed up for you, who you can't depend on, you don't even really have to cut them out of your life. Y'all will just separate. You'll just you'll grow past them. And because you're not being held, you're not allowing anything to hold you back and to keep you from becoming that better version of yourself, it won't be as difficult to let that friendship or relationship go. Because you know what? You'll just realize it's time. They're not growing with you. They're actually truly holding you back. And these people, they'll see it. Some will try to hold on, some will try to change. And those that do try to change, work with them. Because sometimes people just need a knock in the head to wake up and get some sense and do what's right to become better, But those that see you changing, seeing you become better and choose not to, don't waste your time holding on to them. Let them fall off, because they will fall off. They can't come with you to the next level. And you'll see that and you'll know that. And don't get sad, Don't it will be sad, but don't stay in that sadness. Because I promise you, man, just like what I'm experiencing right now, you will have those good connections. You will, the people that vibe like you will be drawn to you. Just keep reaffirming who God has created you to be. Keep showing up for yourself. Keep disciplining yourself. Keep depending on yourself. Keep all you're doing when you choose to become a better version of yourself. You're depending on yourself, and you're showing up for yourself, and you're finally holding yourself accountable enough to go out there and do whatever it takes for you to become a better person, for you to become the best version of yourself. If that's not the most, I mean, how can I say this? That's truly you depending on you. That's truly you being who you needed to be for yourself your entire life. When you start doing that and you realize how important it is, because we always want people to be good to us. We always want people to be the best versions of themselves for us. But so often we are never the best versions of ourselves for us, for ourselves, you know? We got to be good for ourselves before we can hold anybody to a standard and expectation to be the best person that they can be for us. If we're not doing that for ourselves, how can we get that from other people? So once you start being that for yourself, you will start drawing in people that also are good and dependable for themselves, that also ride for themselves, that also refuse to let themselves down and just be content with living mediocre lives where they're not challenging themselves, lives where they're not excelling at anything. They're just riding the wave of life, not even happy, you know? And I'm not judging anybody that does that, but you got to wake up at some point in your life. So when you do that for yourself, you'll draw in those people that are on the same wavelength as you. And it is truly the most amazing feeling, because this is when you truly start feeling and connecting with people of like minds. And as you continue to elevate, as y'all continue to grow, the better you will attract in your life, the more of these individuals that you will attract in your life. And you guys can only help each other. There's no holding each other back, because you refuse to hold yourselves back. Y'all are going to help each other grow. And that's a beautiful thing. So keep going, y'all. Don't get down on yourselves, and let this thing work. Let this thing work in the way that it's designed to work. It's not overnight, but it can be much faster. And it all depends on how much time and effort you put into renewing your mind. You put into working on yourself. You put into setting these goals and that are directly aligned with your vision and knocking these goals down. It's all dependent on you. So that's all I have for y'all today. If you if you found anything of value in this video, please like, share, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, send this video to someone that you feel could benefit from it. It's always good knowing that I'm in the community and I'm able to express myself with people that are trying to be and do better themselves. It's good. It's good to have this. And I think a big thank you to everyone who subscribed to my channel and enjoying my Facebook group. And I'm truly grateful and thankful for everyone. And like I said, I want to get to know everyone. So if you want to message me, if you want to talk, just please contact me, because I'm here for y'all, and I know that y'all are here for me. And like I said, we're going to become the best version of ourselves together. I'm ready. I'm committed. I'm dedicated. And I know that you all are ready and committed and dedicated too. All right. So that's all I got for y'all. Keep grinding.